You're always welcome. You're always welcome.
My question is, beside the publication aspect, at what point do you what precisely are we publishing? Are we publishing the percentage accuracy, as in, because I could see that during the class, your emphasis is okay. Imagine we have 90-something%, 98. Is that the main goal? I think the percentage accuracy of the prediction, or precisely what should be the focus? What should be what we should look out for? That okay, I've got a very good result. That what publishing.
Okay. Thank you very much, Doctor, for the question. Actually, we're in machine learning. That was done a kind of. It depends on the problem we are solving. By the way, it depends on the problem we are solving. See, but generally, machine learning is always trying to look at getting better result than the earlier work. This is very important. This is very important. Reducing the number of features. I also mentioned this, okay? It's not only the percentage. Maybe someone might get a higher percentage accuracy, but the number of features used is very low. I mean, it's too high. Maybe someone was using like 35 features. So you try to see, can I bring it down? So maybe it's 5 features. However, in feature selection that is acceptable range of predictive outcome, which is the accuracy or precision, depending on the problem you are solving, or root mean square error. Root means, which all are talking about the measure of accuracy. That is the performance. Some people call it performance. So how can you measure the performance? It depends on the area you are working. So if I want to reduce, let's say, feature to 5 features, and I'm now going to get 65% accuracy, and someone already do 35% and is getting 95% accuracy, the gap is too much. There's no way you can convince someone to take your machine learning system that is getting 65% accurate because you are using 5 features, because you are going to be predicting mostly wrong values for them. Because the idea is that if it is a predictive solution, you want to give out as close as possible estimation to the actual value. Let's say a professor working in the laboratory who used to spend weeks to estimate a particular attribute. And we got to convince that, okay, we can use machine learning to predict this value for you without staying for 1 week in the lab. In that case, we need to be able to say, okay, the value is 0.05. We are now predicting 0.04. This is still acceptable. But its value is 0.05. We are pleasing 24 point something. That is totally out of range. That is why we cannot take away accuracy or root mean square error from the analysis of machine learning experiments. So there's no way we can rule out that percentage accuracy you are getting. How accurate is your result? This is very, very important. Even when you do the clustering algorithm or whatever, we still want to know, okay, how far is it doing? Is this work? Are you able to achieve something that is good compared to what you are expecting? So this is why, in addition to the procedure you are taking, is very important also. What kind of algorithm are you bringing on board? What is the kind of procedure you are using for your experiment? All these will be considered. However, no matter how interesting they are, how beautiful they are, if we cannot achieve accurate result that is taking the estimated value close to what is the original value, then it might become unacceptable. I hope I answer your question.
Yes, sir. But my understanding now is, it's not just, we shouldn't just look out for the percentage accuracy. We should also look at how many features we're able to work on. That is, we have to look at both the features and the percentage. And I think while looking out for the percentage, that's why you always emphasize that we should check various parameters to see, to optimize the parameter to see at what point are we going to have much higher percentage. I don't know if I get you clearly.
Yeah, you are right. I think we're on the same page. Yeah, that's why I said there are many things that are involved when you do the experiment. You see, that's why it's not just for example, somebody run an experiment using k-nearest neighbor and also use supervector machine, and it told me that I get 99% accuracy, 99% accuracy, and SVM I'm getting 95% accuracy, and it's concluded the result. This is 99%. This is very good accuracy. But that doesn't make any meaning, because we have found out that when we are really drew the report, it didn't carry out, it did not do what do you call the optimization of the parameter was missing. It did not optimize the parameter. You see, the experimental procedures are very important, actually. You cannot just say because you get very high accuracy, I'm good to go. No, the procedure you have taken to reach that is also very important. So have you done the optimization of the parameter? Because telling me that if I get KNN to be 99 and SVM to be 95, what comes to my mind quickly is, have you done the appropriate parameter search for this algorithm? Because you need to be fair to the algorithms. You cannot just claim that an algorithm is not performing. Meanwhile, it is you that is not subjected to the appropriate procedure. So we are saying once necessary procedure has been taken, you have done what you are supposed to do, because the reviewer or whoever is checking your report will check what you have done. Is he in line with the accepted principles of machine learning? Otherwise, someone can have problem with his own report or paper, even apart, irrespective of the accuracy you are claiming, actually. But we are assuming that all things being equal, you have done the right thing, the right procedure we have given out to us. Then the next is, okay, what accuracy you're having, which is very important. However, in your first paper, let's say in your first work, depending on the assessment you have done, oh, this is so far with 16 features, we are getting this, I think it's okay. Someone might decide to go ahead and document without feature selection. Feature selection can come later. You see, that is another professional decision to make. That's why you have to consult appropriately, maybe your supervisor or your professional guide. Okay, is this work enough? Do I need to do feature selection? Feature selection is not compulsory always, by the way. You can do it initially. If you get very excellent result, you let it go. Then you come back later as another work entirely to do feature selection, because there are different types of feature selection. You want to investigate the effect of feature selection on this particular problem. That could be another work entirely, but sometimes it could be part of the initial work you want to do. It all depends on the problem you are solving. How important is that problem? What is the time needs of that particular problem at that point? So there are a lot of options, decisions that need to be taken appropriately as the research progresses. And that is why mostly we need a guide at the beginning or first few research outcomes that we are going to be making appropriately. I hope that is clear, Dr.
Jazakallah khairan. It's clear, sir.
Barakallahu fi. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Mohammed Balogun, you have 2 more.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Please, I just want to ask, do you have whether you have any video already on feature selection, like where you use the grid search and all those? Because I really want to, maybe if you can just brush up on grid search for us.
Okay. So we can check out feature selection video. Someone can help us there, post the link. I'm not sure if we cover the grid search. The grid search is, just to summarize, is as stated. You see, like the word grid, you know, when you say something's in a grid, so you have it here. Discussed that several times. In grid search, multiple hyperparameter will be searched simultaneously. You see, it's like a programmer can write a code for that. So it's just a matter of setting up loops. So, and then let's say we are looking for k-nearest neighbor. KNN. So we're going to have something like grid search like this. Yeah, this is a grid search example, for example, here. So we're going to have the number of K, and then the, what do you call the other one? The computing, the distance measure. Yeah, distance measure. Maybe you are using Manhattan or so. In the systematic side, you take it one by one. You are going to fix every other thing, and you start changing K from 1 to 3 to 5, as the case may be. But for grid search, you'll be changing them. See, we are going to have K when K is 1. See, it's like we're going to set up a loop. For I is K is equal to 1 to, sorry, for K is equal to 1 to whatever number you are setting. And then for the second one, we set up another loop. Maybe for J, that's going to count the measure, the distance measure. Now, so when we pick value of K to be 1, you see, it's going to run to check for the quality measures, I mean, the distance measure for, it's going to try what is, for K is 1 to 1 here, what is the Euclidean distance? Euclidean distance for Manhattan, for shape equation, what is one for Euclidean distance? So go to check for the possible values. For K is 1. All the possible values will be checked. You see, when it's case 1. So when K becomes 2, you go to check all possible value again, this one also. It will be checking all the possibilities. Then when K is 3, it will check all the possibilities. Which means at the end of the day, it means for every value of M, Manhattan distance, you are checking all values of K. This is going to be multiple repetition. So when you have several hyperparameters, then it's going to be, you can imagine the number of looping we're talking about now. So for everyone, you're going to set up several loops for I, for J, for K, for M. So when you pick one of these, you're going to run through every other thing. When you pick one of these, again, you increase the loop, you keep checking several times. This is what we mean by grid search. Unlike the simple search that you ignore one, you ignore that nothing will happen to the, maybe the distance measure. You keep, okay, when K is 1, you do it. When K is 2, once you get the best value of K, you select that best value of K, and then you go to distance measure, and then one by one and change it. This is called the simple search. Coincidentally, depending on the data set, this simple search do work, but sometimes also it may miss the best value possible. That's why people go for grid search. But grid search also has its own limitation, depending on the problem we are solving. That's why sometimes we use optimization algorithm to know where we start the search. Because if you grid search and there's 1 to 1 million possibility, if you search from 1 and the answer is 9, about 1 million, maybe 999 something, you're going to waste a lot of time searching for what is not necessary. That is why we do use optimization algorithm to support our search. In that way, we call it intelligent search. That also have several types of intelligent search. So we're going to have the opportunity to discuss more about the grid search, but this, in summary, this is what we mean by the grid search. So for every value, you are going to run multiple search for the other parameter, and then you go to the next value of this parameter, you search the other one multiple times, not the simple one we are used to. Sure, we take note of this. Hopefully, we have opportunity to also discuss better in future. Thank you, Mr. Chris. I think Mr. Chris has referred to our feature selection video. We can check it out there. And then next questioner is Mr. Abdugani.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
No, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My question based on feature selectors.
Okay.
When we are selecting feature, after we have let us know we have a data starting features. When we are not selecting feature, do we have anything like leading feature that must not be removed, or why trying to optimize our process? Do we have any feature from our data that we must not touch, irrespective of reduction we want to make?
Okay, thank you very much. Well, the clear answer is no. Every feature is disposable. There's no feature we cannot kick out. However, sometimes we want to compare because some engineer, we have had a case of maybe drilling engineer. They believe one feature is very important. In fact, they believe there are two features that are very important. They say we must make sure we keep those two features. We say, okay. So we try to do that. But then we now do the control experiment. Control experiment means we ignore their advice. We actually kick out one of the two features they said we should not kick out. And we got better results than what they were getting before. So in essence, this is why I used to say the idea of data mining or machine learning applications is a disruptive technology that some standards laid down rules might be broken. So some expert believes that, oh, this particular attribute, they are the best for this job. We have been doing it for several years. Yeah, we respect your expertise. But sometimes we need to let the data speak. We have had several examples of this, where what the expert thought was the best features turn out not to be the best feature. It means they themselves have been missing some important feature, but they never realized. So this is actually the essence of machine learning. So when we say that we must not remove a particular feature, we can say okay to the expert, run it according to their own, insistence, their own opinion, put the result down, but go ahead and do your, what I call control experiment. Let this data speak. Ignore whatever they say, have a result for them, but also have a result for their own result. Compare it together. You're going to see that sometimes what they thought they have been doing for long, things are changing, but they might not be aware because they are human beings. For example, there are some diseases they believe to diagnose kidney disease, they believe there are some parameters that are very important. Yes, we respect them, we respect their opinion. But however, things are changing, lifestyle of people are changing, the way people are sleeping are changing. These things can affect what is in the body of people. Now, a doctor that's been taught during his training days that these are the attributes you should look out for when you want to diagnose a kidney disease. But unknowingly for him, things have changed. So we used to say, please give us all the features. And sometimes they say, no, you don't need all features. We give you what we use. I said, please, if you give us what you are using, then we have defeated the aim and objective for machine learning and data mining. That because we want the data to speak. We want the data to tell us which feature is best for this purpose. And after a lot of discussion, argument, some of them finally agree that, okay, we give you whatever is available. Because sometimes they even ignore age. They even ignore the history. You see, and so many other basic information that we thought are not important, machine learning might actually get it to be very important based on the fact that is coming from the data set. So therefore, summarily, we should avoid saying a particular feature cannot be removed. Every feature can be removed. So in as much as the data is in that direction. So I hope that clarifies. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Jazakumullah khairan. Okay, so towards the end, I think we have some all those people with questions. So, Dr. Rashid?
Jazakumullah khairan. Mine is not really a question, just to re-echo a request that have been made via the chat room, that if the slides, this slide can be provided. What's up?
Slide, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, the slide will be provided, and so the words also will be provided, and inshallah, the data set, access to see data set suggestions also will be provided. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. So there's somebody saying, can we report less result like accuracy, ROC, precision, and compare our result with other results in research papers? Well, it depends on what is in the earlier work, what someone has done before. You see, what we're trying to do, you want to see what you place on the table. What are you trying to offer people? Maybe they have done it with higher accuracy, but too many features. Then you can do feature selection. Then you can report lesser accuracy to their own. But that degree should not be too much. Like I said, you don't want to be reporting somebody is getting 99, you are getting 85. That gap is too much. It will be unacceptable to medical, because medical is always close to 100. We want precision medicine. something that's always going to be accurate as much as possible. But in some other fields, maybe material science, where getting features are too very difficult to measure, maybe it might make sense to them that, wow, you have been able to do this prediction by using only 3 features instead of 22 earlier used. To some areas, it is okay for them. In fact, as a matter of fact, we've had a situation in material science that just getting 82% accuracy maximum was like using the original features available. They were like celebrating that. I said, no, we need to do more. They said, no, this is enough. Because they'll be using statistical, and the maximum they could get was 50-something, 60-something% accuracy in terms of the estimated accurate result. So it depends on that particular area. So, but you want to actually put something on the table that will encourage people to say, oh, you have made some improvement. It could be in the ROC. Another way, I think I mentioned this before, you need to look out for is, let's say you are working on machine learning for medical. Someone already reported 99%, but that low percentage, there's a 1% error is coming out. But that 1% is coming from false positive. And then, you know, in false positive is false negative. False negative is a serious error in medicine. Another guy is able to come up with another work with 97% accuracy. But the mistake, the 3% mistakes are all coming from false positive in medicine. See, this model M2 is getting 97%. This is the maximum it could achieve. But all the mistakes are coming from false positive, saying that somebody is sick, meanwhile he's not sick. This is an error that is of less evil in medicine. We might actually have to select the one that is getting 97% because the error is false positive compared to 99% with false negative error. Sometimes this could be the justification that you might provide in your work. That is, in terms of accuracy, you cannot meet up with them. However, you are getting something to offer. This is where you are going to discuss in your discussion of result. This will become even more clearer. That, hey, look, at least, of course, we couldn't achieve 99, but we are achieving 97, but all the mistakes, they're coming from the lesser evil. You see, because in medical prediction, false negative is a no-no. We don't want that. So sometimes you might have to look beyond just the accuracy as we said, while looking into even the actual results. Now, and then someone say, I'm joining for the first time after a long while. Is there a software for the algorithm? So I believe we can refer to depending if you're doing programming, Pythons are there, but if you don't know programming, Weka is there, and also of other software that you do, packages that you don't need to write code before you can do machine learning. So if you have other questions specific, you can also contact us and engage us later on. So I think those are the questions we have for today. Thank you very much all for listening. And then till next week, we're going to meet, inshallah. Thank you very much. And assalamu alaikum.